Alright, hi Tom and Peggy, this is Nick with D&L. This is going to be that detailed video I told you I'd send you. So as you can see here, the back wall, it's a little different on this used one. It's a full back wall all the way across, instead of having fabric on the sides like the new ones do. But still the full length door, as you can see there. There's no imperfections or flaws on the exterior of the unit, you know, no issues with fiberglass or anything like that. Same with the roof. I'm gonna jump up here on this ladder so you can see. Okay. And part of our normal checkout, we do check all the caulk seams. We make sure everything's in good working order there. I apologize for the noise here. We're out by A Street, right on the front road here. So these are the Titan, Rico Titan manual jacks. 4 of them all the way around. Inside this compartment here is your 20-pound LP tank. Also in here we got the 2 manual cranks that crank these up and down all the way around. So that 20-pound LP bottle we will fill up ready to go for you. Then we have the little eye hook where we tie these down to in the rear there. See, everything's in good shape here along the side, and we got our eye hook for the front tie downs there. Canvas is in good shape. As part of our inspection, we do go around and make sure that all the zippers work, all the any seams where there's sewing or anything like that all gets checked as well. You can see where it's not setting down right here. That's just because it's so cold right now. That'll all set down nice and smooth when it gets a little warmer. Okay. Also have an awning rail right there if you ever wanted to upgrade and put an awning on. Bag awning for these things costs around $250, somewhere around there. In the very front here, you can see again all the exterior, everything's in good shape. We have our lift mechanism right there, and I'll show you more about that in a second. The nice thing about these Palominos is they have a one-piece fiberglass roof. There's no seams or anything like that can start to leak and cause havoc on you later on in life. So that's kind of a nice feature. Okay, we'll jump over the snowbank here. As you can see with the front lift system, we have a manual crank. So this thing comes out, and that's how it would sit normally. And then to crank it up and down, we just put that in, crank it up, crank it down. Also over here we have these 2 wires, the red and the white wire. These are for hooking up your battery. So the battery would actually lay loose in the front corner of your bed of your truck, and we'll get you a battery box for that as well. But I am including a battery that came with the unit. Then we also have, that's where we hook up all of your lighting for the clearance lights all the way around the unit. Also how we charge the battery while you're going down the road. So we would get you set up with a pigtail harness that would go from here and then underneath and go to the back center of your truck where your plug is. That looks just like that. So we have all that set up. That would all come with the deal as well. Some other stuff on this side. This is where you fill your fresh water tank. I believe it's about a 15 or 18 gallon freshwater holding tank on these units. Then we have detachable power cord. This is the hatch that you open up, and then the power cord goes through there. Power cord does come with the unit as well. We have an outside shower here. With the outside shower, let me get my keys out here, show you what that looks like. Okay, so we have a 60-inch hose here, just like a regular shower. You can turn it on, turn it off, and then as you can see, we have hot and cold water. We also have a 110 power outlet exterior right there. Obviously, you have to be hooked up to 110 power via the 110 power cord here or a generator in order for those receptacles to work. Directly below that, we have cable inlet. It's a nice extra feature if you do find yourself wanting to use a TV. There's basically a coax run through the camper, and I'll show you on the inside where it comes in to the rest of the unit. And then right next to that is the exhaust for our furnace. That's that grate right there. Underneath this side, you can see we have the one closest to me there is your city water hookup, and the second one would be your gray water drain. This camper does not have a gray water tank, so what happens is anything that's in the sink runs down about a foot long pipe, and then it settles at the bottom there. So if you are using your sink, you actually have to, you would know this from your current B-1200, so you would have to let that plug out and let the water drain either onto the ground or into a bucket or something like that. Right next to that stuff here, we have a water heater, and this is a Suburban water heater. And this is a gas only. You have to light the pilot on the exterior here. And again, that's something that we would check and make sure works before you would take it with you. Okay, so what we got here, the entire exterior. We have the outside of your refrigerator vent right there for service access, and then that's just more for the venting power of it. And then the last part of the back wall. Alright, let's head inside. Okay. Inside we got the door. I noticed this is a little beat up right there. That's going to get replaced. That's about a $5, excuse me, that's a $5 part right there, so we will replace that. It just got beat up. Previous owner must have put the door together wrong, and we'll teach you how to properly do that in the future. Has the fire extinguisher there. We got some nice cabinet doors. All the cabinet doors will go over. We'll make sure that they're all aligning properly and there's no separation or anything like that. And then some nice upgrades that they've made is the ball bearing drawer guides, full extension, so you can see the whole thing here on both of these drawers there. Nice big countertop. I'm sure this is what you have in the current B-1200. And then we have our refrigerator. The refrigerator, everything lights from the inside here, and kind of hard to get at with my gloves, but this thing flips up. We have the power to turn it on, run it on AC, DC, or gas, and then you also have the ability to set the temperature. Another thing here, we have the refrigerator. I believe they call this the 3.7 cubic foot refrigerator. As you can see, it has a freezer compartment. Oh, kind of hard to get at with my gloves there. Nice little freezer compartment, and then we have plenty of space in the door as well. Okay, some more storage. We have access to the wheel well area right there. This is more of a service access door to get to the back of the water heater. GFI controlled 110 outlet. You have your furnace right there, so it's a 16,000 BTU furnace. Another service access door right there to get to the back of the power converter. Also, the water pump is back in there. The power converter itself is a 25 amp power converter. We have a single basin sink there with a high-rise faucet, and as you can see, it has a cover on it as well. Now this can double as a cutting board or just a nice extra piece of countertop when you're not using the sink. We have a 2-burner stove. Right next to that we got it's a nice nice window, slider window, has a mini blind to draw shut. On the side here, that's where you got that coax for the cable input. So what could happen if you go to a campsite that has cable hookups, you can hook it up outside, set the TV right on top of this countertop here, and you'd be good to go. Another thing I want to show up above here, this hanging cabinet space has a light underneath it, which is nice, extra lighting. And then we have plenty of little extra cabinet space. I can't remember if they did that back in the 2001 era. On the ceiling above us here we have a light. We also have smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. They have another light and then a Creative Breeze fan. This is a nice big upgraded fan. They just started putting standard in these. Basically you can control, it's 12 volt, you can control the speed of the fan, turn it off completely if you want to, and then lock it down tight if you as you're going down the road. But it does an excellent job if you don't have, you know, you're talking about putting the air conditioner upgrade, which would require that we remove this vent right here, and we would put the air conditioner in its place, run a cord on the ceiling and down through here, and then we would plug it in right to this outlet here, and you can see that little thing says pre-wired for air conditioner, so it can handle the amps drawn by the air conditioner. Then we have this furnace thermostat there, so there's an on-off switch built into that as well. Privacy drapes, vented privacy drapes all the way across the cab over area, which is nice. You'll notice the previous owner of the camper did not actually even take this mattress out of the plastic yet. It's all sealed in its original factory plastic. We got the handle here so we can lift up and see what that looks like underneath. So we got a gas strut assisted lift system. We have our extra piece of our extra cushion there, and that's what's going to go down onto this table and make it down into a bed. And then we also have they're doing this now where they have an extra little support that we can put in the arms of the unit so that it can't accidentally fall on you while you're sleeping in it, which is a nice extra safety feature. 12 volt accessory plug right there, so if you got 12 volt hooked up, you're ready to go. We also have your LP detector hardwired in right there, extra storage space underneath here, and then your freshwater tank and the drain for that right easily accessible. This should be pretty standard to what you're used to seeing in your B-1200. Nice big wraparound U-shaped dinette table. So that goes and folds down into a bed as well. And then we have another overhead cabinet space here, just a little bit bigger than the last one even. Light underneath that. So we're good there. And some more countertop space and a hanging wardrobe space, and also you got another drawer up top and another cabinet door. And then some more storage underneath that even, so I believe there's even storage. Yep, storage underneath. We can pull that little black handle there, and there's storage underneath that exterior bed as well. So that should be everything with the unit. If there's anything that I didn't show that you want to see a little bit closer up, feel free to let me know, and otherwise we'll go from there. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, guys.